Hey guys, what's up? Mucho here. Today we're going to discuss How to Train Your Dragon Hidden World, the brand new 2019 animation film from DreamWorks Animation. This is the first DreamWorks film distributed by Universal. Dean DeBlois directed it. John Powell's the composer again. You know, Jay Baruchel is back as Hiccup. Everyone is back as their respective voices. There we go. I could not get the word out. So it's interesting because Paramount distributed the first How to Train Your Dragon under the DreamWorks Animation banner. 20th Century Fox distributed the second How to Train Your Dragon under the DreamWorks Animation banner. And now since Universal owns the DreamWorks Animation Studio, they are the third company to distribute How to Train Your Dragon. So this is actually the first animated trilogy distributed by three separate production companies. It's pretty interesting, actually, when you think about the technicality behind it. So this movie was supposed to come out last year, actually, but the times kept getting changed, especially since Universal acquired DreamWorks, and Universal already had a docket of what they wanted to release in 2018. So they kind of pushed Dragon back because it was supposed to be a 4-year gap between the first and second, a 4-year gap between the second and third movie, production-wise. So the first How to Train Your Dragon came out in 2010, second came out in 2014, and then the third one, Hidden World, this one, came out in 2019, but it was supposed to come out in 2018. So, little backstory behind that. The plot of this film is heartbreaking because it's the final Dragon film. Now, we've already discussed there's been TV shows, there's been 2 very successful films, there's been countless, memorabilia and toys. Gorgeous toys, by the way. Gorgeous toys. There's been, Universal Studios has... The amusement parks have different How to Train Your Dragon exhibits and, puppets and things like that, and characters to meet and greet. Toothless is perfect, of course. So this one is a year after, plot-wise, a year after the second film. So all the characters are now 21. Hiccup and Astrid are bound to get married at some point at the age of 21. And he's the chief. Life with the dragons is great, but then there's another trapper thrown into the mix who wants to kill the rest of the Night Furies, and he uses his female Night Fury, who Astrid calls the Light Fury, to distract Toothless, basically. So that's the basic plot. Getting the dragons away from Berk. Hiccup decides that it's a good idea to get everyone out of Berk. That Berk isn't a place, but Berk is the people. So wherever the people go, it's Berk. So then they go to this new island and call it New Berk, and, it's just that the trapper eventually takes the dragons, and then eventually Hiccup and the trapper have a battle, as good battles always do, and Toothless and Light Fury eventually find the Hidden World, and then Hiccup has to say farewell to Toothless because it's time for the dragons to go to where they belong, in the Hidden World. And it was a heartbreaking farewell. Heartbreaking farewell. He makes Toothless the tail that he, can control by himself, and it's just heartbreaking. You have Hiccup, who you've known for 9 years, film-wise, for 9 years, literally 9 years, crying, tears coming down his face, saying goodbye to Toothless. And you're getting choked up, and you're getting teary-eyed, and Hiccup's choked up, and Hiccup's teary-eyed, and it was just such a gorgeous ending. And of course the cinematography was flawless. The level of depth and light and sound, that the technicality of this film was unlike any animated film I have ever seen. And I am beyond impressed. Beyond impressed. But then there's an epilogue. And the epilogue is many, many years later. Hiccup has a beard. Hiccup, Astrid, and their 2 children are off to find the Hidden World. And they eventually see Toothless and Light Fury guarding the entrance to the Hidden World with their 3 children. And you're like, oh my god, this is adorable. And everyone goes flying together in the sky, and Hiccup has his narrative ending, and it's just such a beautiful... It's a beautiful film. It's a beautiful film with beautiful characters, with well-rounded stories and plot points and growth, life and death, and Norse mythology all around, and it's wonderful. It's truly wonderful, and I'm very upset that it's the final film, but it ended on a beautiful note, and to that I am very thankful for the writers, the creators, the directors, who've put a lot of work into this film series. And this was a gorgeous film. So Bravo. Thank you very much. And I don't know what else to say. Keep to the skies. Burke is not a place, but Burke is the people. Mucho mahalo, guys.